So, how you doing, everybody? I hope you're having a great day, great weekend. What I want to talk to you today about is something that's very important. It's very important because it is something that could be the lifeblood of your life. Now, back when I was in college and I studied psychology, and then I started listening to speakers like Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn and these guys and Les Brown, I oftentimes they talked about the fact that most of the time when somebody's talking about they need to be healed of something, or they need to get through something, or something devastating that's happening in their life, most psychologists will say that a person needs time, that they need time to heal, they need time to get past their issues, they need time. And one of the things that I loved about these other speakers who didn't follow the traditional thought process is that you really don't need time. You see, you will go through, you have a breakup. You will go through a period where your heart is aching. You will go through a period where that person is constantly on your mind. You'll go through a period where you're self-evaluating and you're trying to see what did you do wrong and what could have done better. Or even if you're just putting it all on them of what did they do wrong and how they could have done it better, and how it vindicates yourself. And you will spend all this time doing this. And then it may be a couple of months later, maybe a couple of years later, I don't know, depends upon the person. And then all of a sudden it clicks and you feel free. You feel like you are now healthy. You are now ready. You are now healed. You feel free. And you will say to anybody who asks you of your story that it took a year, a month, a couple of weeks. It took however long for you to get to that point of peace and happiness and healing with yourself, within yourself. But it really took just that moment. At the end of the day, what any psychologist or psychiatrist is trying to accomplish, what any person who's into NLP is trying to accomplish, what any person who's a speaker, a transformational speaker is trying to accomplish, is to get you to that point, that one moment where you decide that you are healed, that you are healthy, that you are ready for love, that you are ready for business, you are ready for whatever it is that you've been trying to get yourself to, that point you've been trying to get yourself to. They are waiting for you to have that moment, that spark, that lightning in the bottle. The thing about it is that all the other time frame really didn't matter. All the other time frame really wasn't necessary. The only thing that was necessary was for you to decide and make up your mind that this is what you're now going to focus on, that this is now my life that I will live, this is now my life that I will lead, that this is now my life. You see, in my life, greatness is non-negotiable. Greatness is non-negotiable. That's my life. And anytime that I've been going through a process where I feel like I got to get to that point, like what's going on is not leading me in that direction, yes, sometimes it takes me a little bit of time because I'm setting things up. But the decision was made way prior. And now I'm just moving to the point where I can start committing myself to bigger and larger actions towards that endeavor. Now, you can do the same things. Oftentimes we do it in reverse. Oftentimes we go through the pain and the suffering and keep consistently rotating ourselves through this pain and suffering until we get to a point where we've had enough of the pain and suffering, and then we decide that, bam, life now must be great. And then we start doing the things to make life great, but we make that decision instead of finding out what the criteria is beforehand, and then moving ourselves into a position where we can continue to make the great strides. Because if we did that, then we would see life more abundantly through the process, and we wouldn't suffer as much through the process. See, that's the problem that most of us have. We're suffering through the process when we just need to make up our mind. So if you wanted to go back to school, make up your mind. If you want to have a great relationship, make up your mind. If you want to change attributes about your personality, make up your mind right now. Because that's what you have the ability to do, is to make your mind up right now. Change the focus that you have on your life and who you are and what's going on around you. And the moment you do that, your life will change. It may not change all on the outside, but on the inside it changes. And as soon as it changes on the inside, your thoughts change, your words change, and your actions change. So hey, here's the thing. You want life more abundantly. Make up your mind today to have it more abundantly. Don't wait. Don't linger in pain. because the only person that you're hurting by lingering in pain is yourself. So I want you to have a great life. And like I said, for my life, greatness is non-negotiable. So all things that must be in my life, all changes that must occur, all things that must be, I've decided already that they are. I just got to catch up to some of it. But in the process, I no longer suffer. I do not suffer. I do not sit in a quiet room by myself feeling shame or guilt or fear for any of those things, telling myself lies and being detached from everything around me and detached from all the people around me who love me. No. I move forward into my greatness. And you should move forward into your greatness. You can move forward into your greatness. As soon as you decide that that's what you're going to do, you change the focus of what's in front of you, and then you start acting and speaking and living it. And that's what everyone has the ability to do. You can act it, speak it, live it, and it will become your reality. Doesn't matter what other people's reality is. The only thing that matters is what your reality is. And like PM Dawn said a long time ago, reality used to be a friend of mine. Well, make your reality your friend. And if it doesn't match up with everybody else's reality, too bad. That's too bad. Because guess what? There are others who your reality will match with theirs. So I want everybody to have a great day. I want you to enjoy this great weather. If you're in the Georgia area or in the southeast or somewhere else, enjoy the great weather that we're having today. And, make today great. Do something today that makes it great. Make a decision today to have something great in your life. And let's start repeating that and spreading that throughout the rest of our lives.